What's good, family? For those of you who don't know me, I go by the name of Musical Shepherd, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys how to create a beat inspired by Focalistic and Ch'cco. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. So first things first, let's look at the percussion. So this is our percussion layer, and I'm gonna just solo the sounds so that you can hear all of them separately. We have to go with the Bacardi kick as it's Focalistic and Ch'cco 012, you get me? And thereafter we have this. So I basically took a loop and inserted the loop inside slice X and just cut each element within the loop, and then I used the elements to basically create this pattern right here. As you can see, I played around with the velocity of the elements just to make it a bit more interesting, and to also put a certain elements to the back and the other ones to the front. And then we have this simple rim shot. Then we have another element. I could say this is it's like a snare in a way. Then we have the last element. And then thereafter, I felt like the groove that I came up with is nice, but it feels a bit empty. So what I did was to add a loop on top of the percussion that I created, and the loop sounds like this. And this is how they sound all together. The percussion that we are starting off with is much fuller now. Okay, so as we all know, Focalistic and Ch'cco are the type of people, or the type of vocalists that basically rap on their beats. So I decided to basically incorporate a hip-hop or trap melody into the beat, and surprisingly enough, the melody works very well. Let me play you guys the melody as well as the percussion and the string sound, and let's see how it sounds. And for the FX sounds, we have 4 FX sounds. Now for the next section, we basically have chords, and I used a plugin called Vital for the chords with a preset called Bell Reflections. Here's how it sounds. So it goes from a 6, 6, then 4, 2, 3. And then we have this section right here, which consists of a melody, a shaker, and a bass sound. So let's listen to the melody. So I basically played this melody with the plugin called Vital. I consolidated the sound, and here's what I basically came up with. Then I felt like it was too bright, and then I just pitched it down. And that's how it sounds. And for the mixing part, I just removed unwanted frequencies just to give the other elements some space. Then thereafter, we have a shaker, a normal shaker 14. Then we have a bass sound from Toxic Biohazard called Bluesman. So this bass is used a lot for skicha or skidongo. You can use it for your upcoming projects if you are a skicha producer. So yeah, let me play it and let's hear how it sounds. I use it a lot to basically introduce the bass. It's like first bass you'll hear when you listen to the beat, and then thereafter we introduce the sub bass, and then thereafter we introduce the lock drum. So we are gradually building towards the lock drum. As you can hear, the melody that I introduced here works very well with the first melody that we added. Moving on to the next section, we have a couple of things going on here. So we have a few percussion elements, and here's how they sound. So we have a mixture of percussion elements and also a snare. And thereafter we have a shaker. Then we have this sound. As you can hear, it has shakers within the element. So what you can do if like you want to remove shakers that are part of an element, what you can do is to minimize the transient. As you can hear, the shakers are gone. So this is a plugin that you can use to remove or to minimize shakers within a loop or within an element or anything that requires the removal of transient signals. Then thereafter we have a bass, which is the famous sound for Bacardi. So I wanted to go with the Praetorian sound, the Bacardi sound, so that's why I chose this element as the bass. Now let me play everything together and let's hear how it sounds. And for the next section, we have more shakers. So we have shaker 19. Then we have more snare patterns. Then after adding all those, we basically came up with the lock drum, which is very simple. And here's how it sounds all together. For the next section, we have more percussion elements. So if you want to remove that shaker as well, you can basically do that by adding a transient processor and just decreasing the release. And thereafter we have this element here. To be honest, this basically just fills in empty spaces. It acts like the string or the pad that we added in the beginning. So as you can see, the pad doesn't play anymore. So this is like a replacement of this. Then thereafter we have another pattern of the log drum. Let me play this section. And for the next section, I brought back that Bakali bass, this one, as well as a shaker. Then we have this for the second section of this section. And thereafter we have the bridge. After the bridge we have the log drum coming in again. And then it's gonna play for a while, and then that's basically the whole project. So just to make your projects interesting, you can basically play around with the arrangement of stuff. When it comes to this section, you can basically, instead of the bass starting here, it can start here, just to give it some breathing time. You can add more elements, meaning more percussion, stuff like that, or you can introduce a different melody to the ones that we already have. And yeah, I hope these videos are helpful. If they aren't helpful, please let me know, because I don't want to be wasting my time. So that's basically the end of the video. When I play you guys a snippet of the project, and catch me in the next one.